Play that funky, funky music. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This half hour of the Patriot Addiction is brought to you by that funky, funky music. White boy. Oh, wait. That's a different funky music. Greetings and welcome back. It is 8:31 here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Not really an R on it, but, you know. Most people think we're hillbillies anyway, so, you know, I'm just saying. It's 8:32 here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Currently 73 degrees. Tomorrow, going to be another beautiful day. Sunny, mostly sunny, and 78. Going down to 58 tomorrow night. Friday, a beautiful day. High 81. Mostly sunny, going down to 65 over the weekend. And Monday, we have a 40, 50, and 30% chance of rain with highs in the low 80s and lows in the 60s. And then same on tap for next week. Chance of rain moves out. Mostly sunny, highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s next week. I feel kind of like fall. It's good camping weather, though, I guess. Moving on to the news. A Dateline, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Police were called to the 2200 block of Edsel Avenue just before 6:30 Wednesday evening after someone reported seeing what appeared to be a deceased man inside a car. At this time, officers consider the death to be suspicious and are investigating. There are no suspects and no witnesses. The apartment complex may have video surveillance, and police hope that will give them some clues as to what happened. The Allen County Coroner's Office will release the victim's identity along with the cause and manner of death. Police ask anyone who may have information regarding the incident to call Crime Stoppers at 260-436-STOP. 260-436-STOP. If you have any information. Dateline, Waterloo, Indiana. Scene of a fatal accident in DeKalb County. A man and a woman are dead after a motorcycle they were on collided with a semi on US 6, according to DeKalb County Sheriff's Department. Chief Deputy Gerald Klein said that motorcycle was apparently going too fast down County Road 24 at about 2 p.m. when it tried to turn at the intersection of US 6. The motorcycle went off the road into a grassy area before launching onto US 6 into the path of a semi. Semi driver tried to swerve out of the way, but it was too late. The intersection was closed while police and emergency vehicles worked the scene of the accident. The intersection reopened at about 4:45. Names of the victims have not been released, but they both appeared to be residents of Northeast Indiana. An officer at the scene said it was one of the most horrendous things he's ever seen. I suppose it was. It's that time of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Typically, most motorcycle accidents are usually somebody who doesn't see the motorcycle and pulls out in front of them. This particular accident, it appears the rider was at fault. Not that it matters. You know, it's that time of year, a lot of bikes out there. Let's just, people try and be safe, try and look out for them. If you're a rider, pay attention to what you're doing, and drive defensively and safely. It's just that time of year. It's always sad, It happens every year in the summer. Just, you hear about motorcycle accident, one after the other. Just got to be extra careful out there. And, everybody, including the riders. That's going to wrap it up for the news. I got several stories. I'm going to get off this immigration thing before my head explodes. I had to play in the mood there for the break. I need a little break, during the break. But now it's back down to business. Moving on. Big surprise here, ladies and gentlemen. No one in their right mind would have ever, even believed that this possibly could have happened. But bombshell, Syrian group armed by Obama declares allegiance to terrorist state. What the heck? No. Now, could somebody get John McCain on the horn? Because I don't see how this could be possible. John McCain said the Syrian rebels were just good people, wanting their country back. Yeah, I forgot that's you. That's right in your neck of the woods, ain't it, Doc? Doc's in the chat room. That motorcycle accident happened just a couple miles from his house. That's sad. I used to have a motorcycle. God knows how I didn't kill myself. Did $8,000 damage to it and got up and walked away without a scratch. I don't know how I didn't kill myself, let alone, somebody else killing me, but that's sad. Happens a lot. Happens too much this time of year. Anyhow, a Syrian group armed by Obama declares allegiance to terrorist state. President Obama's foreign policy debacle in Iraq continues to turn from extremely bad to worse as ISIS terrorist group continues to gain momentum in the region. These guys, they have taken over a big swath, right smack in the middle of between Iraq and Syria. They've taken over a big swath of Syria and a big swath of Iraq. But, according to Obama, it's time for the Iraqis to defend themselves. Too late, Chief. They threw down their guns, and the terrorists picked them up. But apparently, one group who didn't throw down their guns and run just changed sides. The destabilization that the country is currently suffering from is a result of Barack Obama ignoring the wise counsel pouring out of the mouths of his senior advisors and pulling troops out of Iraq too early. The ISIS group led by a terrorist Obama released from Gitmo in another incredibly bad lapse of judgment has taken over many towns and cities in Iraq, bringing death and chaos wherever they go. Now it appears they will have reinforcements in their literal reign of terror. Several factions of the Free Syrian Army, a group armed by Obama, has sworn loyalty and offered their services to ISIS, which is the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, providing them with weapons. That's nice. Via Breitbart, reports coming out of the eastern Syria Monday revealed that several factions within the Syrian opposition force known as the Free Syrian Army, those are the ones that John McCain pushed so hard to give weapons to. Well, now they've joined the terrorists, with our weapons, of course. Sources and eyewitnesses said the FSA, which is the Free Syrian Army, has handed over its weapons to the Islamic State in large numbers. The Free Syrian Army was said to be a moderate and secular force, which was used as the rationale by U.S. officials to supply the opposition force with weapons and training. Sources told Homs, Syria-based Zaman Al-Wazal newspaper that several factions within the FSA, including Al-Attar and more names that I can't pronounce, pledged to support the Islamic State. The Obama administration has delivered weapons, supplies, CIA-sponsored training to the Free Syrian Army. United States intelligence analysts estimate that the U.S. has had a hand in training as many as 20,000 FSA rebels. The U.S. reportedly provided the FSA with weapons such as rockets and tow anti-tank missiles. Oh, that's nice. Which were supplied through back channels in Qatar and Saudi Arabia, most likely in Libya as well. Most likely part of what happened in Benghazi. But, we'll never know because, there aren't too many whistleblowers in the Obama administration. The most transparent administration ever. Which will get, some headlines on the Drudge. A Democrat congressman or senator spoke out against him, called him aloof and detached with what's going on the border, and he immediately got phone calls telling him to shut up. Now, that's another story. I've been talking about this for months, even years. These people have, this administration has no idea who it's dealing with. They threw one of our best allies in the, Middle East, Hosni Mubarak, under the bus, but not for the Egyptian army. That would be an Islamic Republic by now. They tried to make it one by way of the Muslim Brotherhood, and the Egyptian military stepped in and said, "No, we just got rid of one dictator. We're not going back to this barbarianism." Many of us have spoken out against all of this many, many months ago. What are you talking about sending John McCain? What are you talking about sending arms to the Free Syrian Army? Half of them are jihadis. What are you talking about? Well, it turns out, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so, John McCain, you moron. I mean, these people are unbelievably stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an 11th grade education. And I've been calling these people idiots right from the get-go. And they're all idiots. Don't do it. Don't throw Mubarak under the bus. The radicals are going to take over. Oh, it's the Egyptian spring. It's so beautiful there in the spring when flowers are blooming and Hosni Mubarak's laying under that bus. That's just so beautiful. They cheered like 8th grade cheerleaders. Same thing. Hillary Clinton, we came, we saw, he died. Talking about Muammar Gaddafi in Libya. Now Libya is owned by Al-Qaeda, owned by the terrorists. Now Iraq's owned by terrorists, or soon will be. And now that we've divulged our timetable on, having all our troops out of Afghanistan, about 12 months after that happens, it'll be owned by terrorists. I mean, these people are morons. And they're supposed to be the smartest people in the country. I don't get it. I don't get it. And speaking of the ISS, who the Free Syrian Army is now, dedicated themselves to, 20,000 guys that we trained and gave anti-tank weapons to, missiles to, and arms and rockets. Now they've aligned with the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Oh, look. But, we dursn't dare get involved.